Alright, guys, today I wanted to share with you my personal anecdote with MMORPGs, which stand for Massive Multiplayer Online Role Playing Games. Um, it's basically a virtual world where you are a new person, new character, right? You can cast magic, you can ride horses or dragons or whatever. It's basically life in a virtual world, and you have magic powers and you fight monsters and you level up. So it's been some time since I played these games because I I've had enough. I played so many. I went through so many games, over 10, maybe 20. Like, I tried so many. And I realized that they are all on the same principle. It's all the same stuff. You're doing it over and over again. It's as if they use the same engine or same formula, right? Just made it a little bit different, like the homework from your classmate. Changing the theme. But the basics, the mechanics are the same. So, um, I've got enough. But let me first get to the point why I started playing. And that was that in real life, we all seek a place to belong to, right? And I had the situation where I wasn't accepted for who I was. My parents disregarded my personality, like didn't like it. They just wanted me to be this characterless, just son, characterless son that does what he's supposed to do, what he's told to do. Like, no, nothing, just a vessel. But you can believe me or not, but I have more to offer than being this person that doesn't know any better, doesn't know what to do in life, so just does what he thinks or is being told is the best thing to do. So I seeked for a place to be accepted for who I was, right? And in the virtual world, somehow you are able to express yourself more, and no one judges you, or at that time, no one judged you if you didn't go over the top, right? Being too edgy and weird. So I got my computer when I was like 13 or somewhat that age. I started playing, browser games, and then somehow, you get to these other games. You try all the things that are possible online, right? It's a new, exciting thing. So I went through, medieval, like futuristic, a digital world, in a digital world where you catch monsters and they fight by your side. Then anime world, like Genshin, right? I tried all these MMORPGs. And it was cool, right? It's always cool, a new world, exciting, but it lacked something. It lacked the soul. It lacked the soul because everything is like pre-programmed. All you do is kill monsters, level up, get some gear. The gear that the monsters drop. You sell it. You work on quests, right? Accomplish missions. And it's over and over. Every game has it like this. But there's another aspect, and that is, if you pay money, you enhance your progress, you get better gear, basically you cheat in this thing. And I don't like that. Just like in life, people that have money, have so many more options. But not everyone has the same opportunities to be well in life. And I don't like that. I want that to be changed. And willingly playing a game where that is the standard, and that's just how things are. I don't want to support that. I don't want to be in that system. So every MMORPG has that, because that's how they make money, right? That's the purpose, for people to spend money on these games. But that's not the main reason. The main reason was that even though it's a new exciting world, it's as if you traveled in multiverses. But even though if it's exciting at first, over time, you start to see that you are neglecting your own life. You're wasting time and investing your mind into something that doesn't matter at all. Right? This character that you are leveling, what is it for? It's nothing. Yeah, maybe you can sell it, but it's not worth it, the time and effort, mostly. But as children have so much time, and they don't know what to do with it, in most cases. So it's not a problem. But as you grow up, you need to value time more and better. Manage it better, because you got obligations. Suddenly, if you're an adult, you gotta do this that you didn't have to do when you were a child. And that's the thing. With these MMORPGs, they always die out. Like, at first, it's exciting. I've seen it so many times that a new game, new massive multiplayer online role-playing game comes out. Everybody's hyped. It has advertisements, promotion, but it doesn't live very long. Every game dies out like that. Even World of Warcraft, which is still holding on today, right? A lot of these games still have a loyal player base, but it's thinning out over time because no one cares, and I think a lot of people come to the conclusion, like me, where they don't see meaning and sense in playing these games. It's the perfect escapism, but I have a metaphor for this. It's as if you were in a bathtub full of leeches, and you went to get an ice cream, or you get an ice cream, but it's better to take off these leeches and then get your ice cream, right? But most people just can't be bothered to do the hard work, to do the unpleasant thing. So they just get the ice cream and hope the bad things will just sort out themselves. The leeches just fall off by themselves. Well, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen a lot of times. If in all cases. So if you try to escape your real life problems, or if you start having problems because you invest so much time into something that doesn't give back anything. Sure, you can have communities, you can have people, you can meet people, but I don't know. What is it for? Sure, we all need connection, we all need a sense of belonging, but yeah, if it's in this virtual world, rarely, very rarely, you can make something out of it. Very, very rarely. So mostly, it's not worth it. So yeah, I was seeking for a place to belong to, and in all of these places, I found that no one truly cared about you. Yeah, no one really did. Like, why? Why should they? Why should they bother? Right? Because they have their own lives, real lives. They have their own families, established families. So they don't need to struggle with someone. And the same case seems to be in the real world today, which, shouldn't be as extreme, but it's getting to that extreme, to that degree, level of apathy. So I realized that if I wanted to change something in my real life, I gotta focus on real life. I gotta play the true massive multiplayer game that is real life. Things aren't gonna improve themselves, are they? And even though I'm not I'm not exactly where I would feel like fulfilled and happy, I see the progress, and I made a huge progress from where I was. If I stay the same, the character development wouldn't be there if I didn't put effort in it. And I think it's fine to be proud of what you achieved if you worked hard for it. So this way I earned my self-respect. But back to the online games. So yeah, you when you are younger, you get immersed into things more than if you're an adult. And it was immersive, but it could never cure the pain from real life. And these games, they take a lot of time and your focus, mind real estate. So believe it or not, it does have a toll. It does take a toll on you, that you start neglecting things in real life. You will notice less opportunities in your real life, and yeah, I've seen people that spend maybe over a decade of their life playing these games, and what do they have from it? Not much, right? Is it fun? Maybe, but if you're neglecting your real life, like eating, for example, I wasn't eating. Like when I was hungry, I would just starve. And I only eat when, I don't know, minimally. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't socializing. I wasn't doing anything, just focusing on leveling up in this game so that I could get the next gear, so that I could be stronger and maybe be respected for my strength in this game. Right? When I get noticed. So maybe people would care about me. But I don't know. Maybe it's just my case. Maybe people do find friends and guilds and whatever. But this is my personal experience that I don't know. I don't see meaning. Even if you level up together, even if you do quests together, what are you spending the time together on? Like everything in these games is meaningless, right? Even if you get the next gear, if you slay the boss, then what does it mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. It is an experience, but I don't think it matches an experience that you would get, excuse me, in real life, right? Something you would truly experience, not just, watching on a screen. You might get immersed and, think you are in there, but what you're truly doing is you are watching a screen, controlling some pixels. But you are just sitting. You are just sitting, clicking buttons. Yeah. So when these games die out, there's always a new one that comes out. And they all work on the same principle, engine. As I said. There's always new, novelty. So that it looks like it's alive, but it's not. There's like I think over 100, maybe I don't know, maybe over 500 games like this that died out, right? And no one cares about them anymore. So many. So yeah, the best MMO RPG game to play is real life, in my opinion. Because in these games, you don't have to feed the character, you don't have to take care of its health. But in real life, you always have to. And if you don't, you won't be able to play this game. Right? If you don't eat, if you don't sleep, if you don't drink, you won't be alive to play this game. And if you invest your time in playing this game, what does it give back? Right? Does it improve your real life? Is it worth it? To me, it's not worth it. Like for me, it wasn't worth it, so I stopped. And yeah, started pursuing other things, which I saw meaning in. Everything you do needs to have a good reason. Like purpose. If you are doing things just because, then you should take a second and evaluate or reassess your priorities so that you don't waste your time You don't waste your life. Because you only have one life, right? So which character are you leveling?